What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to I Am She with Carol podcast. This is a weekly podcast where we talk matters women from a range of fantastic topics, including wellness, motivation, and mindful living, with an aim to encourage you, educate you to be the best version of yourself. My name is Carol Karei. Karibuni sana to the podcast yet again, and every week we discuss varying topics around queens by giving different perspectives intended to stretch our thinking and lift each other up as queens. Karibuni sana to the podcast yet again. So queens, do you tend to compare yourself to others? Do you constantly feel pressured to conform to certain standards, to fit yourself in a perfect mold as told by society? If your answer is yes, today's episode is definitely for you, because we are gonna be talking about our unique path in life, alright? So remember that you can join the hashtag, or rather the conversation, by joining the hashtag I am she with Carol, alright? So last week I talked about how to stop comparing ourselves to others, and I just felt building up on that today, because comparison is everywhere. And as I said on my last episode, comparison is common throughout our entire human history. And it started way back when we were kids. There was comparison with grades when we were in school, and it came from teachers, it came from parents, and even our friends, our schoolmates, and so on and so forth. And as we speak right now, I've seen many people often comparing their lives with others, like who's got better grades, more achievements. I've seen people comparing things like the age people marry, the age people are getting kids, the jobs people are working on, how much someone is earning, the houses, the apartments people live in, etc. And sometimes it's not even obvious when the comparisons are being done. And queens, if you missed out a last week episode, you can check it out on I Am She with Carol on Spotify podcast and buzzsprout.com. And guys, let me know what you think about this topic. You can leave an honest feedback, a rating, review. Your review makes a difference, and it will help spread the message of conscious living to the world, alright? And as usual, queens, let us dive on to our core conversation, or rather discussion of the day. And today I just want us to talk about our different path in life. And queens, remember that we are all created different, with different personality, different character traits, different character qualities, different gifts, different unique talents, different abilities, different skills, etc. And that is what makes us stand out from the crowd, alright? And guys, let me tell you that this week I was just feeling so down, as I could see most of my peers very far and ahead in life. And I could see, most of them are doing bigger and better things. And, as a human, as I am, I started comparing myself to them. And guys, I remember I felt hopelessly depressed, forgetting that we all have different calling, different purpose, and different paths in life. And friends, let me tell you, I got anxious, I got worried about the unknown. I just tried to figure things out. I was there trying to make things happen. I tried to get the ball rolling. I forgot that we all have different timings, and God has got different plans for each and every one of us in our lives. And actually, He knows what is best for us, and He is at work behind the scenes, and He will bring our dreams, of course, into fruition one day if we just continue to water, or rather to nurture our dreams. Am I saying, friends, there's this phenomenon known as keeping up with the Jonases, where there's this constant comparison with the person next to you. It could be your relative, your colleague, your friend, your peers, your siblings, or people who you grew up with, or even the people online. Nowadays, friends, the people online feels like they're just next to us, because we have TikTok, we have Instagram and all that. And we can see what people are doing in just one click. So it's increasingly easy to see what other people are up to with just a simple click, a simple message, a simple look. You can glance through people's timeline and immediately see what they have been up to. And obviously, most people will just put their highlights off their lives on social media these days. There are countless apps, software to edit and present these perfect images online. So more and more, we are faced with this perfect imagery of people's life, and this increases the pressure to compare and wonder, okay, why am I not at this level? And it's so easy, friends, to be comparing yourself with someone else's metrics and so on. So queens, I remember when you're comparing yourself to others, when you're feeling bad and thinking, oh, this person has this person is walking down this perfect track in life, or this person has accomplished all of these things, just remember at this point that all of us have our unique path in life. All right, you have your own unique path in life. I have my own unique path in life. So does the random person walking in the street. We all have our unique paths in life, and all of us have our own individual backgrounds. Remember, you have your own set of parents, your own set of upbringing, the places you grew up in, the experiences that we have growing up. These are unique to us, and because of that, we are all on a unique track. All right, and queens, I want to remind you that simplicity is actually a very beautiful thing, because when we are trying to find our purpose on this life, you find that it's so easy for us to take more roles, to take multiple jobs, to take more obligations than what is intended for us to even carry. Remember, queens, our life gets busy and full, but sometimes when we spread ourselves too thin trying to fulfill different roles, we miss out. And instead of easing the load and to simplify our lives down to God's best plan for us, we actually end up missing out. And that's when we start feeling like we are behind in life. That is when we start comparing ourselves to the Jonases, when in fact we are not even behind in life. So queens, remember that our capacities are different. Remember that we are uniquely wired, and it's important, friends, to learn how to operate within our unique capacities. And when we do this, queens, remember we have the time and energy to follow our unique paths without comparison, because I've come to realize that comparison can be a distraction in our lives. And queens, when we stop comparing ourselves to others, we start getting inspired. We start practicing gratefulness, which I feel is essential for us to move forward in life. So queens, remember that simplicity leads to growth. All right, and as I told you earlier, I was feeling so down, I was feeling behind in life, but I came to understand that we had schools, or rather we have schools and systems that tend to commoditize people. We have the society that tries to conform us to in certain ways. And why do I say that? Because right from the day that I joined school, we were at that particular age with our peers and classmates, and I remember everyone around me at that time was almost the same age as I was. And I remember that we were taken to the same class with now my classmates at that time. We had the same curriculum, and because everyone was at the same age, there was just that readiness for teachers system to distill and treat people more like metrics and statistics. And that's why everyone sort of became a commodity, because it then boils down to the grades we were having, the achievements that we had in order to stand out above and beyond other people. And after graduating, this comparison, of course, I've come to realize that it has switched out to jobs. People are there asking, what pay are you getting? How did you get that job? Which job are you working into? Which company hired you? And then you become defined by your job. I've seen it becoming easier for you to be defined by the company you're working for. It has also become very easy for other people to compare, the company's brand name and the number on our paychecks. And queens, even though society and system do have comparison, I feel that this has made us lose our humanity and sort of forget that we are individual beings. And at the end of the day, remember that school, society, systems, etc. They are really there for us to learn new skills and to equip ourselves with knowledge so that we can use these skills and knowledge to improve our lives and to get into the careers of our choice, or rather to be able to move forward in the path that we want. So guys, remember putting this into perspective. Remember that no matter what others do or how others try to treat you or how society tries to treat you, remember that you are a unique individual with your unique life path. So that means that there's really no need to compare. There's no need to compare in terms of, oh, that person got married at the age of 22, so I should get married at the age of 22, or rather I'm late if I'm 27, if I'm 28. Remember guys that you don't have to feel bad about that, because we are all on our unique path. All right, I've also come to realize that some people reaches a certain level of career or rather business success, let's say early at the age of 25 or even maybe 28, 30, 35. And guys, I remember there's no need to look at that and feel, oh geez, this person is achieved this level of success, but I'm like 5 years older, I'm like 10 years older, and I'm not even there yet. There's no need to do that. All right, or even say someone chooses to have a kid at the age of 19, 18, 20, 25, 30, whichever. Remember, even if you are 32, 35, and maybe you don't have a kid, remember, you don't have to feel, oh geez, I'm now 32 and I don't have a kid. Should I start to have kids? Remember, what's most important is what you want for yourself and what you want for your life, and not comparing with other people and what they have done in their lives. I mean, you can look on the other people's life as a way to get inspiration, as a way to get some reflection point for yourself, and as a way to ponder, okay? You can look at them and ask yourself, am I on the right track towards what I want for myself? But guys, remember, don't look towards other people's path as this model. You should replicate, that you should follow suit, and then feel pressured when you're not at the same place. That's because other people are on their own tracks and you have your own track for what it's worth. As you are looking at the people and what they have achieved, remember that you probably achieved something maybe they've not been able to achieve, and that are just unique to you. All right. And guys, remember, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to create your path, to find your path, to know your worth, to not compare yourself to other people as a way to pressurize yourself, to stop dehumanizing, to stop commoditizing yourself, but to remember that you are a unique soul here on earth, on your unique life path and on your journey. And it's all about discovering what you want to create, a life that you can be proud of, one that you can look back on and know that it is a life well lived. All right. If you have found this podcast helpful, queens, remember, I'd super appreciate if you can leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. In the meantime, remember, you're beautiful, you're perfect, you're complete. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You are just perfect, and you are your own unique being in his or her own unique path. All right. So queens, until next time, stay on your game and keep going for your big, beautiful dreams, because the world really does need that very special gift that only you have. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time on I Am She with Carol podcast. Each week I share intriguing, educative, and entertaining podcasts that will help you be the best version of yourself. As usual, it's your girl, Carol Carey. Goodbye.